every weekday during the 12 deals at Christmas. So that's coming your way on am1100theflag.com. Click on Big Deals. Hey, it's that time. The fourth Monday of every month, we get the gang from West Fargo in here and talk about what's going on in the great city of West Fargo. We call it What's Up in West Fargo, and McKenzy Olson is the ringleader.
I guess you could say that.
From Epic Companies. And McKenzy, always good to see you, my friend.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming in. Happy Monday to you.
Thanks.
It feels like just like 2 days ago that we did this. It's been a month that's gone by.
It goes quick. It really does.
My gosh, it sure does. And you got a couple friends with you, Mike and Lance. Mike Amundson and Lance Johnson with West Fargo Events and West Fargo Sports Arena. So before we visit with the guys, tell us a little bit about the West Fargo, the Sports Arena and West Fargo Events. How does that organization, what do they do? How does that matter to West Fargo?
Sure. So West Fargo Sports Arena is managed by West Fargo Events. West Fargo Events is a nonprofit that also manages the POW MIA Plaza and will manage the Lights Plaza space as well. Why it matters to West Fargo is that they bring in a lot of different events, whether it's family friendly. You'll hear about some of those, such as the Halloween Treat Street we had and the tree lighting event. And they're also going to bring in some big name events, whether that's concerts, acoustic nights, vendor shows, farmers markets. So it's all about getting people together and bringing those destination type events. So it's really important for West Fargo to be able to take pride in having events in their own hometown.
It sounds like some good stuff. And
yeah,
I mean, there's always something good happening in that sports arena. We know that. And with the plaza stuff going on, for sure, it's a big deal. So Mike and Lance, thank you guys for coming in. Good to see you guys again. Mike, let's talk about the tree lighting that's coming up at the plaza. And December 5th, do I remember that right?
Yes, the event will start at 5 o'clock.
All right, hang on a second. We're having trouble hearing you for some reason here.
Kevin, the mic's not on over there.
Yeah, Kev, are we? It
You're
looks
good
like
now.
the light's
There we
on.
go.
Test
Okay.
1, 2.
There we
All right
go.
now.
There we go. So December 5th, we've got the tree lighting. Tell us about that a little bit.
Yeah, so the community Christmas tree lighting is going to happen on December 5th. We're going to start the event at 5 o'clock. We're going to have Christmas carols with a local high school choir, so it's going to be kind of a nice little festive touch. And then at 5:30, we'll light up the community Christmas tree with a small gathering on the POW MIA Plaza. And then we've even got a little craft event for kids sponsored by the VFW Women's Auxiliary inside the VFW building afterwards. There'll be hot chocolate involved, so everyone's going to go home after having a good time.
Yeah, and as families, we're always looking for something for the kids to do, right? I mean, that's what we're all looking for, those of us who have young kids. So perfect thing to take them out, sing some Christmas carols, some crafts, hot cocoa. It's a good deal.
Absolutely, a great community event. And these community events don't happen without sponsorship, obviously. And we have to say thank you to Choice Bank for their premier sponsorship on the POW MIA Plaza for all of our events. They've been great to work with.
Yeah, are you expecting a big crowd? I mean, are you hoping for 50 people or 200? What do you think is going to happen
We'd
there?
love to get into the hundreds. I mean, who doesn't want to get festive around the holiday time, right?
Yeah.
Probably depends on the weather, though, too. You
Of
never
course,
know.
everything.
Yeah, have Alex bring some of her custom eggnog with you, and that'll get people in the spirit. That'll
Hello.
do it there,
My
yeah.
holiday nog.
If people want to go to that, do they have to sign up for it, or how do they find out more? Anything they need to do to find out the details?
No
there?
sign up is necessary. Obviously, the craft is going to be ready for people as long as we have enough. But we will eventually run out. There's no sign ups needed, but you can get more information at westfargoevents.com or go to our Facebook page, West Fargo Events.
Yeah, this is one of the really cool things that happen in West Fargo that we don't see maybe in the city of Fargo. I think West Fargo has always done such a nice job, Alex, of still keeping it that small town community feel, even though the city's grown like nuts.
Yeah, it is. The city's grown, but it just doesn't feel like it. You go to these events and you meet your friends and neighbors, and it's just fun to get together and see people you haven't seen for a while again. And it really does have that hometown feel out there. That's why I love it.
Lance, I'll throw this one your way. You're involved, too, with what's going on at the Plaza and the Lights venue. Let's say the Flag wanted to throw a Christmas party or something like that. Are there ways that businesses, local organizations can get involved with the Plaza and do something out there and have a good time with friends, family, coworkers, whatever?
Yes, you just call Mike.
Oh, that's all I have. All right, cool. And Michael set you up with that. So what kind of venues are available over there where local organizations can come in like that?
Well, currently it is the POWMI Plaza is the place that we have for rent on a day-to-day basis, as well as West Fargo Sports Arena, but that is typically almost 100% of the time ice only.
Yeah, I suppose.
So when the Plaza comes online this upcoming summer, it's going to give a lot of flexibility for gatherings from 20 people to 4,000. It'll be a very flexible space and a lot of amenities when it comes to sound and light. So we think it'll be a pretty special place and a beacon in West Fargo.
Do you expect to get much activity in the wintertime when the temps get colder and it's harder to be outside maybe?
Yeah, I think we'll focus a lot on ice events. There's an NHL-sized rink that'll fit right in the middle of the plaza. But I know Mike and the crew will do a bunch of different events for families, and I think a lot of creativity will be happening out there.
Okay. Is there a way for a company in town to throw their support behind some of these events going on in West Fargo?
Definitely. Excuse me. We have sponsorship opportunities for the plaza or at the lights, which is not, again, open until June, but we are selling sponsorships out there right now. We're not going to, what I call NASCAR the area. We're doing it very tastefully. So sponsors will get a lot of bang for their buck out there. But definitely, I'm available to chat with anyone. Lance at westfargoevents.com is the best way to get a hold of me.
All right, Lance at westfargoevents.com. And Mike, how about you? We talked about, ways people can get in touch with you. What's the best way for you?
Well, we're going to get real crazy with the other email address, but how about Mike at westfargoevents.com?
Hey, simple. I like that. Mike or Lance at westfargoevents.com. Now, McKenzy, as West Fargo keeps growing like crazy, I know that Epic Companies that you're part of continues to be a big part of that. The Lights at Cheyenne, opportunities for residents and businesses to be part of all that. How's that coming along?
Yeah, things have been moving fastly. If you've drove out there at all lately, you'll notice that the building is up and along. We just put in the tile in the residential, and the residential units will be opening here February 1st. It's so important as a tenant that's living there and as a management company that we have the events that Lance and Mike are putting on and all the different activities there too. It just really attracts people, brings people to the area, and it helps our commercial tenants as well. We're still looking for commercial tenants right now. We currently have a bar, grill, and nutrition shop, a hair salon, a boutique, and then, of course, Bell Bank taking up the first floor of the south building. But we're looking forward to getting a few more commercial tenants in there. We've been working with a few different options, gym, retail, pharmacy, coffee. We'd like to see a few more of those options because they just cater to that area. And being in a mixed-use building that's bonus connected by skyways, so you hardly ever have to go outside with the parking ramp and underground parking is a huge perk in itself. But we also want to make sure that we have a lot of residential tenants there and commercial tenants, so they are all kind of working together and being able to support all these great events that are happening right outside their door.
I think that's the feature to me that really jumps out with that project, the skyways. Because
so unique.
Seriously, the weather gets the way it can get here in January. You don't want to go outside. You could live and shop and go get coffee and whatever without having to walk outside. I think that's really a cool piece of it.
Right.
What's the response been to that?
It's been very exciting, especially now that we've been able to bring people out there on tours. Even the residential units, people are like, wow, how did this happen so quick? And with Cheyenne Street closed for such a long time and then opening, I think a lot of people were like, whoa, what even is that? Where did that come from? Because so many people avoided that area. They took alternative routes. So the response has been very positive, and we look forward to having those skyways connect all the way around with the parking ramp, along with connecting to Eagle Ridge's Northern Lights project. So that'll be nice as well because they'll bring in a lot of different tenants and they'll be able to use our amenities and we'll have that good connectivity there. It'll almost be a community within a community.
Yeah. Which is filling up faster, the business side of things, the commercial or the residential?
So we've pushed the commercial already, earlier in advance. And residential, we're about 60 days out, and that's when we really start pushing residential.
Okay.
So right now we're starting to do the residential tours and sign the leases, and we're offering a $1,000 incentive for anyone that wants to move in. February 1st is the timeline of them opening, so we'll be having people move in there. And we know it's a good time for people to kind of start off the new year in a new home and check out a new space, so it'll be exciting.
I have a question. Is there underground parking there too?
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah. So it kind of has it all. So lots of parking.
Mama's happy now.
Yeah. That's a must this time of year when it's cold out. That's
Absolutely.
so nice.
I've never had underground parking.
Oh, I've had it a couple of times. It's definitely
That's
nice.
living, yeah.
Yeah, it is.
What's the range of rents there, McKenzy, at on the residential
So
side?
they start at about $900 for the one beds, and if you want a single story 2-bed, or we have the 2-story 2-bed, we have a lot of different options. It goes up to $1,500-$1,600.
Okay.
You're kind of paying for the view a little bit as you have a large patio that's overlooking the plaza. So you basically have a front seat ticket to a concert that's right outside
Nice.
there.
Nice.
And with Lance planning these great concerts coming up in June that hold up to 4,000 people, there are going to be some big name events that we're going to be having. So that'll be really exciting. And whether you live there, work there, whatever the case is, you'll be able to take part in a lot of the events that are happening there.
Very cool. I also want to ask you about something called the Greeley Center Project, a new project that is scheduled for Horace. So what's going on there?
Yeah, so we are building a mixed-use building out in Horace, just along County Road 17, so basically what Cheyenne Street turns into. So we're kind of starting to get feedback and visit with the Horace community about the project and bringing in a mixed use next to obviously the new high school out there and all the new developments that have been developing. It just brings a different opportunity for people that have been looking to live in that small town type atmosphere, but maybe can't live in a house, or they have other ways of things that they don't want the lawn care, they don't want the snow care, they want the underground parking, that type of thing. So they'd rather live in a smaller unit. So it's a great opportunity for us. We're still in the beginning stages of trying to get everything kind of set in stone with the city and get everything going, but we're looking forward to it and excited to be a part of the Horace community.
All right, very cool. Mike and Lance, before we let you guys go, anything else you want to fill us in on what's going on in your part of the city out there?
Hey, I got to say thank you to my guys down at City of West Fargo Public Works. That 26-foot Christmas tree doesn't put itself up, so they deserve a big thank you. Thanks a lot, guys.
No kidding. It's not often you see a tree that size, yeah.
And I'll just say that growing up, I lived in an apartment that had underground parking, and for a while I said I would try to find a job that had underground parking so I never had to go outside again. So,
Exactly.
Yeah, that's good living. All right, McKenzy and Mike and Lance, thanks everybody for coming in. Great to hear from what's going on in West Fargo. Lots of fun things happening there. We've been talking about what's up in West Fargo with McKenzy Olson of Epic Companies, helping to make your community better with top-notch mixed-use properties. Find out more about Epic Companies projects and availability online at epiccompaniesnd.com. And fellas, what West Fargo Sports Arena, West Fargo Events, what's a website there that we can check out?
www.westfargoevents.com.
That's the one. All right, thanks very much. That has been What's Up in West Fargo. 8:19 here on the Need to Know Morning Show on AM 1100 The Flag, WZFG. When we come back, hey, they found that guy who led the police on the high-speed chase in Moorhead. Well, he's now been arrested. You know the guy that wrecked his car and then ran off in the cornfield? Finally found that guy. So we'll talk about that as we continue on the Need to Know Morning Show on AM 1100 The Flag.